Hey, hello everybody. Today in this video, we're going to end up creating a graph, scatter plot that's going to look something like this. As you can see, we actually have this separated by a specific make. Now the make is going to be of your choice. I ended up just choosing the vehicle or the make everybody thinks of in terms of electric vehicles, Tesla. And so we've got the graph here. Now, what we were talking about yesterday is we ended up seeing this graph, the scatter plot created, and we were trying to add in like a trend line too, or just see what the overall trend was. And we were seeing that we were having a really hard time finding the trend, or the trend didn't seem too accurate, right? And that's because we had all of the makes and all of the models included in this. And so we were brainstorming some ideas yesterday, and we said, okay, well, let's separate it by make. Let's try to do that, and maybe even go to model as well. And so that's what this scatter plot is doing exactly. And so we're going to be applying some new filters in this. Anyways, let's get down to business with our code. I'm going to go ahead and create, or actually, I'm going to take this guy out. So I'm going to go ahead and delete. And let's begin. So we're going to go ahead and start off by importing Pandas as PD. We are also going to end up importing Matplotlib.pyplot. Remember, that's what everybody was making the mistake of, is forgetting the .pyplot at the end. So make sure you do not forget that. Now what we want to do is load the data set. And so you can reuse your code from yesterday too. You can make a copy of it. That's actually what I did from the get-go, but I just want to go through line by line with you all. So we got the electric vehicle population data. Remember, that was just found from data.gov. You can search electric vehicle population data, and you can end up bringing that up. I'm going to end up using the raw string path today. And then what we're going to do here is going to be the actual data filtering. And so we were talking about yesterday, we could end up doing the following. We can use the filter to keep only. So we want to keep only. And we said valid electric range values. So that was, they had to be greater than 0, right? So what we said, we also wanted to keep the battery, BEVs, battery electric vehicles, which are 100% just powered by electricity. And then we also want to end up setting this up now where it's only Tesla vehicles. So it's just, for you, it's some make, right? Some make of your choice. You can end up going through this population data. You can choose a make. I just see Tesla here. And I also want to end up pointing out that these are all in caps. So I'm going to actually replace this even with Tesla vehicles. So now we can go to our filtered data frame. And so filtered df equals, and then we're going to go data frame, and then we're going to put in these big brackets. Now within here, I want to end up calling that data frame again. But I'm going to do a parenthesis. I'm going to go data frame, and then we're going to put in here electric range, as we said. Now that has to be greater than 0. And then I'm going to do the in parentheses. Then we'll put and. Then we're going to put in data frame again. Should also be the case with the electric vehicle type. And make sure that you're spelling that correctly. If you guys want, you can also end up going in here, and you can just copy and paste. Some people were having some issues yesterday where they had some of this misspelled, so they were getting the errors. But also make sure that we've got it where the electric vehicle type is battery electric vehicle. And then also, we're going to end up setting this up with parentheses, and we're going to call the data frame again, and then we're going to go make. Now the make, I want that to be only, for me, Tesla. That's what you're saying, right? So I'm going to do all caps. And so now it should be the case that we end up getting our data filtered out. And what I could do is I could print out filtered data frame, and we could end up seeing what we are dealing with now. So as we can see, there's 24,000 rows, right? 24,000. And I chose Tesla because there's actually the most data for Tesla too. Whenever we did this on the first day, right, we found that Tesla had, there's a big saturation of Tesla data. So, or it's very Tesla saturated. I don't even know how we could say that. Good thing I'm not an English teacher. But anyways, now we can go ahead and move on to the next thing. So we can also end up sorting these by, so we had this sort by model year for cleaner visualization. So we can end up putting in here filtered df equals, and then we can go ahead and go filtered df, and then we can do .sort values, and we want to sort this by the model year as well. And so if we end up printing this out again, if you end up looking at this, you'll see that this is going to be sorted by the model year. So it should start off with the Roadster, I believe was their first, which we, could end up going here, and then we could go filter that by model. Do they have that in all caps? Let's check and see. No, just capital M. So model. Let's see what that ends up looking like. Yeah, so Roadster was the first one, 2008 to 2012. So we can see that ends up showing up. And so now we've got that filtered or sorted by the model year. Now what we want to do is we want to do scatter plot by model. And so just as we had yesterday, we're going to do plt.figure. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a list of unique Tesla models is what we're going to do. And then we can go here, models equals, and then I'm going to go filter data frame. And then I'm going to put in here model. And then what we can do is dot unique. And so just as we're saying, this is to get a list of unique Tesla models. This is something we'll also be using in the PLTW text. So super important to know about this one. And so now what I can do is I can actually loop through each model and plot it with a different color. And what we're going to use is going to be the label option. And we're going to set label equal to model. So we're going to assign the label to be the model. So now I can go for model in models, right? And then what we want to do for each iteration is we want to get the model data frame, because that's what we're going to be plotting out. And so I can go filtered data frame, and then I can go right here, filtered data frame again, and then I can call in there the model where it's equal to the model. So this is getting our model data frame, right, for each particular model, starting off with the Roadster, and then next, so on and so forth. And so now we can do plt.scatter. And then now within here, we want to end up getting our model data frame, model data frame. And then we want to end up graphing in the x-axis is going to be the model year. And then we're going to end up putting, for the model data frame, we're going to be calling the electric rain for the y-axis, which is pretty similar here. It's just model, So pretty similar to what we had yesterday, except now we're going to have label equals model. And then, of course, we have this new for loop that we're adding in here, too. So that's also where it's differing from yesterday. And so now it's going to go through and it's going to graph for each of those models. It's going to also assign the label for each model, too. And so now we can end up labeling the x-axis, or the axes. So we can go ahead and label these. So we're going to do plt.xlabel, which is going to be model year. And then we're going to do plt.ylabel, which is going to be electric rain in miles. And then now we can add the title. So add a title. And what I'm going to end up putting for my title is I'm going to have the Tesla electric vehicle range. So we're going to do plt.title, and then we're going to just add in Tesla electric vehicle range verse model year. And then these are BEVs only, which might be kind of redundant. We do still need to have the BEVs filter, though, in there. But, all Teslas pretty much are BEVs. But anyways, we can add a legend as well. So this is to identify each model. So just as we were saying yesterday, one of the students ended up finding out, they added in the legend. So we can end up using that same thing. Go label equals model. And then right here, all we got to do is call legend. So that'll make the legend actually show up. And then we can adjust our layout. Remember, we want to use the type layout, plt.typed layout. And then now we can end up actually displaying the plot here. I'm going to add a space in here. So we can go plt.show. And so now let's go ahead and let's run this and see what we ended up cooking up. Perfect. And so as you can see here, we've got our chart. As we also were talking about, you can end up saving this. So you got your Tesla EV range data. You could end up saving that. That's how we can end up doing that. One of the challenges that you can try to end up doing to go above and beyond with this is you can try to add in the trend line for each of these models as well, and then see which one had the most significant improvements. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is, why is it the case Model 3, why we have 3 different ranges in there? So is that going to be entirely accurate? Is there something that we need to do to even further filter this data? These are all really good questions that you should be asking yourself. But anyways, happy coding, everybody. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.